Hello, this short video from Scatterwork focuses on living with diverse culture in virtual projects and presents 3 survival hints. And the first is to recognize that the chances of cultural mismatch between, for example, people in different offices in different countries or different parts of the world is very, very high. I've got here 7 features that you might have where it's different between 2 different offices. For example, different delays between speaker and response. In some cultures, when you speak, you have to wait until the other person is finished and then you answer. And if you don't, they get a bit annoyed. But in other cultures, the response comes, people talk at the same time. And if those don't match, then you can have an uncomfortable situation. Or maybe they use different dialing codes for telephone, for international codes, and different ways of writing the number down with plus and zero and so on. Or maybe different times of the year for changing between winter and summertime. That's between winter time and daylight saving time. If it's not at the same time, you have a chance there that a meeting won't work properly because somehow the time coordination wasn't so very good. So I've got 7 there. And just imagine that we're 5 options for each of these. Well, then we have 7 times 5, 5 by 5 by 5 and so on, combinations that could occur between these 2 offices. 78,000. Now the point is that there are so many different options that you've got a good chance of hitting one of them. And of course you always hit it by mistake. So then the next survival hint is, well, if this happens, don't react immediately if you get an unexpected response. If you get something you don't expect and you react immediately, then you have a good chance the other person will not be very comfortable. But if, on the other hand, you delay, they might think, well, why isn't he answering? But a delay is less likely to end up in a conflict situation. And I remember one time long ago presenting an unexpected situation to a friend of mine, and he was, instead of reacting, he just stopped for a few seconds, and then he said, okay. But by doing it that way, you avoid the row. And then the third survival hint is to introduce extra process steps for improved reliability. For example, don't just rely on an email, please send me so and so, but then follow it up with a phone call and read through the email together and listen. And it may be that what was said or what was written down wasn't exactly what you thought, or maybe the right thing was written down and you misinterpreted it. By having 2 steps, you have a better chance. So you're compensating for this complexity. So there you have it, 3 things. One is recognize that the chances of cultural mismatch are very, very, very high. And then if you get some sort of funny response or something you're not expecting, wait. Give yourself a bit of time before reacting. And then the third one is to introduce extra process steps for reliability. Don't overdo it, but don't assume that what works in a single cultural environment will actually also work in a multicultural environment. So if you're interested in discussing your own project issues, please connect with me by any of the usual methods through the website at scatterwork.com, newsletter, LinkedIn, telephone, email, and so on. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.